Hello everyone, welcome to Lotus Heart Tarot. Obviously we are still away, but we'll be home tomorrow, and so hopefully, if everything goes perfectly, so hopefully you'll see me from the usual spot tomorrow. All right guys, I'm going to dive straight into your reading, and we're going to see what's going on with the energy for Pisces. Please Spirit, for Pisces. Keep in mind this is a general reading, so take what resonates and leave the rest, okay? So for Pisces, please Spirit, for Pisces. Wow. Okay, you guys are getting protection on the bottom of the deck. You're getting action, wow, with standstill. Adventures, truth, and courage. So Pisces, you know, I feel like something's been at a standstill and someone is taking action here. This Adventures card, I'm not really quite sure what to think about that. I feel like someone, you know, you have truth and courage here, and it is really giving me this vibe of someone telling the truth, someone, you know, coming forward and expressing themselves, having the courage to say something that they've wanted to say that they haven't said. You know, this Adventures card, all I can tell you is that it's giving me the vibe of the Page of Wands, which, you know, the Page of Wands is kind of choosing the adventure, choosing what we desire. And, you know, starting something, committing to something, choosing something, going for it. With protection on the bottom of the deck, you know, this could be something that's growing, or that, you know, is having the chance to grow, that is being protected. You can see the lightning off in the distance, and it's like this tree, and it's just giving me this vibe of like something that's growing or something that may need a little extra protection to, you know, sort of finally fully realize itself or its own potential. All right, let's see. Spirit, what do you have for us for Pisces? For Pisces, what is going on? Okay, what is going on for Pisces? For Pisces. Yeah, look at that. See, a divinely protected love. And it's even in an umbrella in the rain. I mean, something may happen here in the rain or in the lightning and thunder. I don't know. Or even in the rainy season. I don't know. I know Florida, where I live, we have a rainy season, which starts in May. I don't know if you guys have rainy seasons where you are, but I don't know. There's something there that I really like legitimately connected to the energy of rain. So I don't know if something happens in the rain or if it happens during rainy season. You know, Pisces, I feel like you're doing your best to be off on your own, sort of being yourself, doing your thing, focusing on yourself. And I feel like there is someone that is mesmerized by you. These two cards kind of came out together. And then you had that landed on the floor by itself, the rise of the masculine. And then these four cards all fell over. Wow. Woo! These fell face down on the table. So they feel like kind of a group. And you have starting a legacy, now or never. You know, it says creating a life together. Did you guys get this card yesterday too? I can't remember. But this feels like someone, like they can visualize or they can see you being their partner, you know, like 10 of Pentacles with you. And it feels like they feel they're running out of time. It's like, I got to do this now or I'm going to lose my chance with this person, with Pisces. And then you have falling too deeply in universal oneness. And I do remember distinctly getting this card yesterday. And it always blows my mind when cards come out in succession, like days in a row. I don't usually use the same deck, so I don't know what frequency that happens, you know. I know, though, in my own life, when I'm reading for myself, and there are a few decks that I typically use for myself, that a lot of times when that happens, it is like a big theme, or it is a big thing that's happening. And with this universal oneness yesterday, I feel like I remember this feeling of someone who, you know, could feel, it says profound spiritual revelations, a higher understanding. Yeah, like a spiritual connection. Like it's almost like we're already together somewhere on some plane in some dimension. And with falling too deeply, I honestly feel when you say when I'm falling too deeply, it's like it's not good for me, or it's I gotta stop it, or I've gotta manage it, or I don't, like, it's not good for me. You know, it's almost like I'm afraid of that. Which could it be whatever's happening here, but it seems like someone is ready to like come up, is finding the courage to tell the truth and take action in a situation that's been in a standstill. And it does feel like a protected situation. So if someone wasn't ready in the past, or something didn't come together in the past, it's probably because that somebody wasn't ready and it just wasn't meant to be. So let's see what we have here. You've got the Six of Wands. Wow. And then you have the Two of Cups, the Strength card, and the Five of Wands. Yeah, somebody is blocked. They have strong feelings. They know this is a soulmate connection. This is a spiritual situation here with the Two of Cups and the Strength card. You know, somebody's getting clarity on this. And with the Five of Wands at the base of it, they've been blocking this. They've been restricting this. They've been holding back from this, or they've been avoiding it. They've been not allowing it to happen. Especially with the Five of Wands. For me, this is a blockage between the heart and the throat chakra. The throat chakra is our Five of Wands, and is our fifth chakra. And for me, it always, the Five of Wands has always felt like that. Like, I'm feeling these things, but I can't let them out. I can't let them into reality. I can't own them. I can't speak them out loud for whatever reason. With the Ace of Swords, or I can't feel them, or I can't acknowledge them, or I can't even let myself know that I'm actually feeling them, because maybe I feel like I'm falling too deeply, or I would fall too deeply if I let myself really understand what this connection is and what it's all about. With the Ace of Swords on the bottom of the deck, though, this person's getting clarity. It's kind of like, you know, with this particular card, with this like spiral staircase energy, it's like, it's giving me almost like the Eight of Swords, where it's like all the thoughts come back around to this one thing. And it is bringing clarity. You know, when you can't stop thinking about something, when you, like, no matter what, if you think about it, it takes you to a certain person, or a certain place and time, or a certain memory, or a certain this, or a certain that. There's something about it that you begin to realize. I mean, even when you're not intuitive, and even when you're not that super open, it's like you start to recognize and realize the pattern of it, of every time I think this comes up, or this person's name, or this person's face, or, you know, this memory with that person, or, you know what I'm saying? It's like sometimes the illumination just comes from always ending up in the same place. It must be meant to be, right? This Six of Wands could be someone who, wow, you know, the King of Cups. The Six of Wands a lot of times for me is someone who really actually just likes to feel like a good person, or likes recognition. And so, you know, sometimes they can be what we would call a flirt. The Six of Wands is like the second decan of Leo in the Tarot Minor Arcana. And if you know a Leo, Leos are kind of flirtatious. They do like attention. They do like validation. Typically, I don't like to say all Leos are one way or another, right? But if you know a Leo, you kind of know. Actually, I was laughing. Someone on Threads had posted, I'm a Scorpio. My favorite air sign is Aquarius. My favorite fire sign is Leo. My favorite earth sign is, you know, whatever, I think it was Capricorn. And then they were like, and my favorite water sign is Cancer. And so it said, what is yours? And so I was looking at it because I'm just fascinated by zodiac signs, and people really have strong likes and dislikes when it comes to other zodiac signs. So I'm looking at it, and you know, I'm a Libra, so Libra is typically the most favorite air sign of most people. And well, at least I think so. That's my perspective. And so, you know, of course I like to see that. And so I was looking at it, and it was so funny. Everybody like was putting a different sign for their element than their own. Obviously they like their own. I mean, I would think that, I would hope that, but it would be like, I'm a Pisces, I like Scorpios, you know, I'm a this, I like that, you know. Anyway, I was cracking up, and I was showing my daughter. It would say, I'm a Leo, my favorite fire sign is Leo. And they were the only sign doing that. And then other Leos were dropping in and going, hi, hey there, a Leo checking in, and weren't even participating. They just wanted to be known that they were a Leo and they were showing up. And so the Six of Wands is this energy, that kind of energy, right? And I'm not judging it or saying anything's wrong about it. I actually find it incredibly endearing. I do love Leos, but and so apparently so do you guys, because Leo cards come out a lot. We have the Strength card, the Five of Wands, and the Six of Wands. Those are all Leo cards. Out of 5 cards, you have 3 Leo cards, and the other 2 are Cups. So it's this energy of someone who, it's like they want recognition, they want to be popular, they want to be well liked, they want, you know, people to think highly of them, they want, you know, people to recognize them and talk to them, and you know, sort of hold them in high esteem. And it's interesting here because you've got that being clarified by the King of Cups with the Queen of Swords on the bottom of the deck. And so it's almost giving me like people who like external validation in that way can sometimes be a little superficial. They don't want to get in too deep. They don't want to have too many feelings. They don't want to say anything controversial. They don't want to, you know, really rock the boat too much. They just want to be a good time and have a good time. And, you know, with this King of Cups sitting here clarifying it, it feels like, you know, something happened here where this person actually developed deep feelings. And with this Queen of Swords, you know, I don't know, Pisces, if you cut them off, holy mackerel. It seems like you put some distance between you and this person. It seems like, you know, I just heard you put them in their place. With the Ten of Swords and the Tower, there's been some kind of difficult ending that's left this person very much in their head. Like, why of all the people that didn't see me the way that I wanted to be seen, was it Pisces, you know? Well, Pisces is, with this Queen of Swords, in a discerning energy. They've been through the sword cycle. They're not looking for a repeat kind of situation. So when they see someone's bullshit, you know, of like, I just want to be popular and I just want to be liked and I just want you to think I do the right thing, and so I don't want to mess up, so I don't do anything deep, and I don't talk about emotions, and I don't, you know, let emotions really get too involved. A Pisces is going to go, hold on a minute. You know, I like you a lot. I have a lot of fun around you. Your personality is really nice. You're warm. You know, it's cool. But like, I need something more than that. So is there something more? And it feels like this person was kind of like, no. The King of Cups doesn't talk. You know, they're not super expressive. And with that Tower, it feels like, I don't know. I feel like, Pisces, you had to cut this person off. And it kind of caused some kind of major earth dropping out of the bottom for them. So the Five of Wands, the Strength card, and the Two of Cups is being clarified by the King of Wands and the Three of Pentacles. You know, Pisces, I feel like this person with the Ace of Swords again. I feel like this person came across as someone who knew what they wanted and who was willing to go after it. And I think they came across kind of like totally, at least capable. If they weren't making future plans with you, you felt like they were capable of making future plans with you. They had a solid life. they collaborated, they had friendship. There was something here that made you feel like, yeah, okay, you know, this is a good person to invest in. You could feel a spiritual connection with them, a strong spiritual connection with them, with the Strength card and the Two of Cups. And, you know, I feel like you know, there was some kind of trust building here. The Three of Pentacles can even be like a full-blown friendship. But with this Ace of Swords, it's like there may have been some kind of conversation that led to some clarity that was kind of heartbreaking. Where you're like, wait, you know, are you not the person that I thought you were? Or are you just not the person that I thought you were to me? Or, you know what I'm saying? There's something definitely there. Wow, yeah. Ace of Swords twice. There was clarity. There was definitely clarity about this. Two Kings, too. Ten of Cups. You're getting the King of Wands again, different deck. You're getting the Page of Wands with the World card energy. This Page of Wands with the World card energy, with the Ten of Cups. Let me clarify this World real quick. I feel like I'm missing part of the story here. It's like I feel like I don't totally know. What is the World card? The Page of Swords can sometimes be sort of like a flirtatious person. The Star with the Five of Wands on the bottom of the deck. All right, if I have to hazard a guess here on this, my intuition is telling me with the Page of Swords, there's kind of this like lighthearted, you know, it could be someone who communicates regularly, or who you even were communicating with online, or, you know, had, you know, it's like, it can be someone who is even studying, or a student, or is focused on something else at the time. But there's also this energy with the Page of Swords as far as it relates to you that is coming across to me as someone who's like, you know, it's that stage in a relationship where it's like, we're getting to know each other. We're trying to figure out if we're compatible. We're trying to figure out if we can make it work. I'm observing you. I'm trying to decide if you're someone that I could go deeper with, you know, or am I just going to keep this superficial kind of energy? It's like the fact-finding part of a relationship. But that part ends, you know, and it feels like with the World card here, I feel like with the Page of Swords, it's like, I kind of feel like this person was like, okay, this is my wish fulfillment, because that World card is being clarified by the Star card. And the Star card is our wish fulfillment. It's also something that's extremely fated and that's happening at this time for a reason. And with the World card and the Star card, there's definitely something about timing. But this could be somebody that you're at a distance from, and that you're, you know, communicating with online, and it's getting kind of deep, and you're starting to feel invested emotionally. It could also be someone that you're seeing in real life, and you're having a lot of conversations with, or you're texting regularly, or, you know, it's kind of like sometimes we fall into patterns with people where it's become an everyday thing, but we're still just sort of skimming the surface. We're not getting any deeper. We're not exploring emotions, but that doesn't mean we're not falling for the person, right? Because, you know, getting to know someone and opening your heart and being vulnerable and answering their questions and bearing your soul and opening yourself up for judgment and giving the best of what you have to someone, it is a bit of a, you know, a process in which deeper intimacy is growing, right? You would hope. And so, but there's like this big gap between the Page of Swords and the Star card in the World. Do you know what I mean? It's like, you can't coax me into going deeper. You can't coax me into showing up for this the way that is necessary, for it to reach its full potential. And with this Five of Wands, this could be due to outside interference. This could be due to that throat blockage, that heart to throat blockage that we saw with that Five of Wands up there. It could be due to like some kind of competition. You also have the Tower underneath that with the Three of Swords underneath that, which is giving me that I feel like someone was blocked, and that led to, this moment of reckoning where we walked away a little bit heartbroken. Yeah, underneath that, we have the Page of Pentacles. So there's this energy of, no, that's not the Page of Pentacles. I thought it was. It's the Eight of Pentacles, which is like, this is what relationships do. They expose to us what inside we can work on to like free ourselves up for, to be able to have that, deeper level relationship. This Page of Swords to the World and the Star, it's like a giant leap. There's a huge distance between those energies. One is like, I'm barely scratching the surface, and one is, I have completed this extremely deep major arcana cycle, and with the Star card, it's like very faded. So this could be something that where, it comes together to expose what needs to be worked on, to expose this almost maybe even the superficiality that we tend to cling to keep us safe, to keep us from feeling deeply or taking big risks or being, in that way. With the King of Wands, so this person deeply desires you. They're focused on you. With the Ten of Cups, they even felt emotionally content with you. I think what you were looking for was someone who actually showed up and was actually committed. And I think when it came to that, this person was like, oh, holy hell, I don't know if I can do that. Their thoughts really defeated them. Whatever self-doubt they had popped up. And with the Five of Cups, they're in regret about it. These are two, five energies. So there's a lot of change taking place. And especially with that Tower, Three of Swords energy underneath over there. Let me see. I'm kind of dying. What is the World in the Page of Swords? Okay. Okay. This person, they had the opportunity to commit. They had the opportunity to really dive deep into this spiritual connection, and they chose to stay stuck. They chose to be like, I can't right now. I don't see it. I don't feel it. I don't know. I'm stuck. Oof, on the Star card. Damn. Wow, with the Death. It brought about an ending. It was like, if you can't decide, if you don't know by now, you've had this getting to know you period. It can't last forever. And so this is where it ends. If you don't know that I'm what you want and you're still sitting there on the fence, then that answer is your answer, and I'll answer it for you. Bye. Look at that. This person's thinking got the best of them. They got scared and they couldn't make a decision, and now they're out in the cold. Their basic human fear kind of really took over, and it caused this ending. Six of Cups, King of Pentacles, High Priestess and Empress in reverse. Ouch. Five of Cups. Oh, somebody is in deep regret. You see how many fives we've gotten? The Five of Swords, the Five of Pentacles, the Five of Cups. There's a lot of fives happening here. With the Six of Cups and the King of Pentacles, there's an energy of like, looking back and knowing that this was the moment for someone to step up into their highest version of themselves, you know, the one that was solid and stable and could commit. This was the chance not to be the person that everybody looked at and recognized for their funness and their kind of ability to entertain or be funny or fun or whatever, but this was the time to commit. This was the time to show up in a very mature, solid, and stable energy. You know, the star was in front of you. Your wish fulfillment, your fate, your destiny was in front of you. With the Six of Cups, it's like this person is looking back, constantly feeling very nostalgic, remembering what it felt like to be, you know, involved or engaged or, you know, dealing with the star, you know, in this Page of Swords energy of like the getting to know you period. And you know, they may even be seeing the emotional risks that were taken by you even in that period of time and going, oh my gosh, I never showed up for it properly. I just kind of stayed in the same energy of the Page of Swords. Whew, and I lost the Empress and the High Priestess. And the thing is, when you lose access to a High Priestess, I mean, when you lose access to an Empress is like, bye-bye, see ya, I create my own abundance, I don't need ya, you know, it's going to be hard for you to get their attention. But the High Priestess is a very elusive energy. It's very hard to sort of get a High Priestess to pay attention to you. Honestly, I mean, I've always felt that way, you know, because they're on other levels, they're in other planes, they're intuitive, you know, you have to be able to get their attention energetically. You have to be able to get their attention in multi-dimensions. And so you have to be at a certain frequency yourself. And I feel like this person may have been going through some kind of evolutionary process. We did see the World there, which is the last card in the Major Arcana. And the Major Arcana represent the Fool's journey, right? Through all the transformation and all the change of the Major Arcana of life, you know? And so I do think that this person was, you know, probably vibrationally kind of high, but then when faced with what they really wanted or, you know, what was possible or their fate or their destiny, it's like they were like, let me revert to this really engaging person that can sort of win people over. You know, we see the Six of Wands and the King of Wands twice. It's like, let me rely on my charm, my good looks and my charm and my ability to maybe, you know, be who you want me to be. But in the process, it's like they shirked the other person's, you know, ability to get to know them. Or it's like, I don't want to say ability to get to know them, but their opportunity. You know, that person was showing up authentically. You were showing up authentically. That's what I want to say. And you were giving this person access to you. And you were like legitimately like, let's get to know each other. And I feel like this person, it's like, maybe they're uncomfortable with who they are. Maybe they don't know who they are. You know, they haven't figured it out yet, or they hadn't at that time. You know, there's a whole host of possibilities here about why people put on the mask and put on the shtick and go out there and be like, here, let me be the person I think you're going to like the best, the person that you're going to fall for, rather than the person that I authentically am, who you would fall even harder for, and who probably is pretty desperate to be loved for their authenticity and who they actually are, rather than the shtick that they're always putting on. But this person, it's kind of like this realization that like, what I really needed to do was show up in a serious energy and invest and commit. And, you know, what I did was this kind of act. And then even when it came to committing, it's like, oh, I can't. And the thing is, maybe part of why they couldn't was because they were like, wait, Pisces doesn't even know who I am. Like, I never showed them that. I never gave them that, even though you intuitively know who they were. But with the High Priestess in reverse and the Empress in reverse, This is so sad because it's like I had access to this very high level, I had the attention of. And these are both female characters, right? So they're both receptive. But when it comes to receptive energy, the hard part is getting them to open up, getting them to be receptive, right? Getting them to say, yes, okay, you can have my time, you can have my energy, I will pay attention to you, I will give you the opportunity to come in here and know me. And this isn't something that this feminine takes lightly, this feminine energy. It doesn't have to be a female. And man, when you lose the access to that, which is clearly what's happened here because the Empress and the High Priestess are in reverse, you lose a lot. And the thing about the High Priestess and the Empress is they're not running around going, I'm a High Priestess, I'm an Empress, everybody in this bar is after me. They're not constantly reminding you how lucky you are to be with them. They're not trying to prove their worth to anybody. They don't need to. They're the damn Empress and the High Priestess. And it feels like this is one energy that embodies both. They're like, shame on you if you don't see that in me. You know what I mean? Shame on you if you don't recognize the value of me opening up to you and me being here for you and me giving you this opportunity. But I think this person didn't. And that's why we see this 5 of Cups on the bottom of the deck. Wow, underneath that we have the Page of Cups. Wow, with the Moon and the 8 of Swords. Yeah, this person did not reveal their feelings. And they didn't because they were so in their head. What if I reveal my feelings and they don't feel the same way? What if I reveal my feelings and then this person doesn't want to see me anymore? What if they don't even want to be friends with me anymore? Like, what if I lose this person because, I open up or I tell them too much or I show them who I really am and they don't really like me? Because how would an Empress and a High Priestess actually really like me? I'm just a Page of Cups. When all the High Priestess and the Empress wants is authenticity. There's regret. And there's almost this sense with this 5 of Cups that I'm getting is like, there's nothing I can do about it now. Oh, Pisces. Okay. Queen of Swords on the bottom of the deck. We are starting off here with the 8 of Pentacles and the Chariot. Whoa, yeah. With the 8 of Pentacles and the Chariot, Pisces, I kind of feel like this is you, and I kind of feel like you're like, okay, you are stagnant, you're acting like you don't see this, you're acting like you don't feel this, you're kind of a time waster. And it sucks. It sucks because if you really like someone and then you find out that they're just kind of wasting your time, you just sort of wasted my precious time. Is that Bob Dylan? Anyway, it's heartbreaking. It really is heartbreaking because you're like, oh man, this had so much potential. Oh man, I could have seen all these things here. But I can't make you see my worth and my value. And it's almost kind of like watching a train wreck is how it's coming across to me, because it's like, you're the Empress and the High Priestess, and that the minute you take your energy away, maybe not the minute, but at some point after you take your energy away, if this person is honest with themselves in any way at all, if they take accountability in any way at all, they're going to realize what they had their hands on and that they let go. And it's almost this feeling of like, I feel sorry for them, but there's nothing I can do. This is sort of a boss-ass bitch energy. I'm sorry, but to say that, but like, that's really what it is. You got the Chariot and the 8 of Pentacles. It's like, I'm going to focus on the things I can control. I'm going to invest my time in things that are not wasting my time. And I'm going to move on towards success and victory with or without this person. It's kind of like, let me just call my energy home, let me stop wasting my time, and let me go in the direction that I know can be successful, and that could be through work. This is creating a huge moment for this other person. You got the Tower and the Empress here. I mean, the Empress has now come out twice. This is like, oh my gosh, that was the one. I just lost them. And that is a catalyst of change with that Tower energy. I am just going to take one on that Tower directly. But it's kind of like everything is falling apart. It was all tied to this Empress. Oh, yes. Oh, my. I think I'm just going to take one more. Oh, yeah. Oh, dang. They lost the 10 of Cups. That's what happened. And what is this? The 3 of Wands. Wow. This is like immediately starting to try to plan and strategize. How do I get it back? Can I get it back? Even I hear. You got the 5 of Pentacles with the 10 of Cups clarifying that Tower. This is like, holy shit, I just lost my emotional contentment. I just lost the person that makes me extremely happy. I just lost the Empress. It's not like you're going to come across a lot of Empresses in your life. And you've got this Queen of Swords on the bottom of the deck here, which is like, wow, yeah, could have been an ultimatum here. You've got the Ace of Pentacles with the 8 of Swords with this Queen of Swords. And it's kind of like the Queen of Swords is saying, hey, is this going anywhere? Hey, are we going to take advantage of this opportunity that the universe has given us? Are we going to solidify this? Are we going to have a commitment here? And somebody's like, well, I can't get out of my own head. I feel sort of tied up about this. I just can't. I don't know. I don't have a lot of answers. I'm just stuck and self-entrapped. And so the Queen of Swords is like, all right, I don't have time for that. You figure your situation out. I have things to do because I'm not going through willingly the sword cycle. No way. All right, so let's see. What is this 8 of Pentacles in the Chariot, please, for Pisces? Yeah, it's like Pisces, this person is a soulmate. This person really does care about you. But when it comes to the choice, this person's too afraid to make it. And if somebody's too afraid to make that choice, to choose their soulmate, what choice do you have but to sort of move on? You're attractive. People are going to come for you. This isn't your only opportunity at the rodeo. And you have a lot going for you. With the Queen of Wands, she is attracting and manifesting everything she wants into being. Yeah, this person is having to face what blocked them. This person is having to, even kind of feel the overwhelming energy of like, wow, I had too much shit in my hands to open up my arms to the Empress. Like all these unfinished things, all these burdens I was carrying from all over the place. They may have been someone who was super burdened by work or by family obligations or friend obligations, or they may have been someone who's, always trying to do the right thing, and that gets you into a lot of trouble. I don't mean doing the right thing gets you into a lot of trouble, but when you're someone who's trying to please everyone or trying to be there for everyone or be everything to everyone, you don't have a lot of time for yourself. You don't have a lot of time to like pursue your own interests or even figure out who the hell you are. I've been there, done that. I know. And there's kind of this energy of not only were they probably, already had too much on their plate to like have a relationship when this came into their life, but with the 6 of Wands on the bottom of the deck, it's kind of this energy of like, their priorities were screwed up. They were looking for the outside world to make them feel seen and heard and victorious and like they had done the right thing. They were counting on outside validation to make them feel okay about who they were and what they were doing in their life. And so it's like their focus was on that instead of on this relationship, or even instead of finding it within themselves first. That's quite a cross to bear there. Two of Pentacles, King of Swords, 7 of Wands. Pisces, I feel like you had to protect yourself. I feel like you got this solar plexus chakra lit up, and this is like our ego and how we fit into society and all of that. You know, this can be something that's come up in your past before, where you already have a wound or a trigger, and you know that, you need to protect yourself from that particular one. People who can't make a choice, people who don't have the courage of their convictions, they've hurt you before, you have to guard or protect yourself. This Seven of Wands is telling me, I have experience at this. I have already learned that in order to keep my place of peace in this world, I have to protect myself from people like this. So there's definitely this strong energy of protecting yourself from people like this. With the King of Swords energy, I am just looking at this King of Swords, and I'm seeing this owl, this bat, this crow. It's like there may be a lot of people around this person, but there's also this energy of everything is at their disposal. Everything that they need to know, everything that they would really need to see to know what this is, and to know what they should do strongly, is right there in front of them. It's not hidden, it's not confusing, it's not anything. And being a king, they have the absolute power to see it, understand it, know what it is, and do the right, do the thing that's in the highest and best. But you see this guy is just sitting back nonchalantly, not taking any action, being cool, letting shit fly. We have the Two of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck, and there's just this energy of if you're not going to make a move, sorry guys, I will, I'm going to protect myself. Your non-action is all I need to know. It's all I need to see. I got to protect my peace. My peace is not worth whatever it is that you're offering me. Yeah. Wow. I think Pisces, you were I'm going to focus on work. I'm going to focus on the things that I can control. This Knight of Cups was definitely in reverse and then ended up landing sideways. So it feels like this King of Swords was someone who was too logical and too analytical, and wasn't open to even listening to their heart or what their heart wanted, or following their heart. They were I have business to take care of. I have things to do. I have to keep this structure and be logical and analytical about my life. I can't just follow my heart on a whim. And as a result, those swords went straight through the heart, and now they're alone and by themselves, and being what do I want? What is it that's going to actually make me happy? And it seems like maybe they're getting clarity, and maybe they want to come in and fight for this. Pisces. All right, let me get you some message cards here. We could just keep going with the tarot forever, right? But, this feels like an evolution that someone is working through. Definitely they're feeling the pain of having lost you, I feel like you're feeling the pain of having lost them, but I feel like you're at least putting on kind of a strong front. You're at least being I know what to do here. I got to focus on the things I can control. If you're dealing with a water sign, you're getting, I love you. The love I have for you is truly unconditional. You're I need to focus on the things that can actually lead to my success. If you're dealing with a fire sign, you're getting my angel. You inspired me to be the best that I could be. Without you, my life has felt so empty. If you're dealing with an earth sign, you're getting no air. Living without you is like trying to live without air. How can I breathe without you? If you are dealing with an air sign, you're getting harsh words. I wish I could take back all the hurtful things I said to you. And you're getting soulmate. You are my beloved soulmate. We have a special soul bond that unites us and draws us close to one another. Our connection is eternal and sacred. All right, Pisces. Well, this is what I have for you today. I will see you back at the regular location with all the cards, and we will dive deeper into this, and we will see what else we can uncover. But this is what I have for you right now. Until next time, guys, I send you off with all my very best. Always, always, always. Bye-bye.